Now student, this is the lecture number 26 from topic is S block elements and subtopic diagonal relationship between lithium and magnesium, beryllium and aluminum and hydrides of S block elements. Now let's first of all see diagonal relationship between lithium and magnesium. Now lithium and magnesium, these are S block elements. Lithium is present from first A group element, that is alkali metals, and magnesium is from second A, that is alkaline earth metal. These two elements are present diagonally to each other. Now what is meant by diagonal relationship? Diagonal relationship is that in which the element of second period show similarity in properties with the element of third period, that is from next group, which are lying diagonally to each other, that is called as a diagonal relationship. As lithium and magnesium placed to each other diagonally, that's why these two elements showing some similarities in their properties, and that's why they show diagonal relationship between them. Now this diagonal relationship is showing in some properties. What is that? We will see. Lithium show resemblance with magnesium, hence that is they show diagonal relationship with the following respect, that is in the following points. Atomic radius of lithium is 1.23, which is in a degree angstrom, is nearly similar to that of magnesium. Magnesium is having its atomic radius 1.36 degree angstrom. So there are a little bit difference which can be negligible. Atomic volume of lithium and magnesium are nearly same. Polarizing power of both lithium and magnesium, lithium in +1 whereas magnesium is +2 form, are about same. Their polarizing power of both are same. Electronegativity of lithium and magnesium are nearly same. Lithium is having 1.0 whereas magnesium is having 1.19. Again there is a little difference which can be negligible ones. Now next property which is similar is like magnesium. Lithium also decomposes water by the liberation of hydrogen gas. Magnesium, like magnesium, lithium hardly reacts with liquid bromine. That means both lithium and magnesium do not react with bromine. They react at a certain condition. Lithium reacts with nitrogen to give lithium nitrides. Now guys, here is a maybe question asked in objective, which elements react with nitrogen to give nitride. So please keep in mind that lithium reacts with nitrogen to give lithium nitride, Li3n. Magnesium also react with nitrogen to give magnesium nitride. Now lithium form only monoxide, Li2O. Magnesium prefer to form also only monoxide, that is MgO. Lithium chloride as well as magnesium chloride, that is halides of these, are hygroscopic in nature. Sorry. Now lithium hydroxide, like magnesium hydroxide, is a weak base. That means hydroxides of lithium as well as magnesium are weak basic in nature. Both lithium carbonate and magnesium carbonate decomposes on heating and they give or produce oxides. Now these are the reaction where lithium oxide and magnesium oxide get produced after heating their their carbonate. Lithium reacts with carbon to form ionic carbide, that is a compound with the carbon called as carbide, and also magnesium gives carbide with carbon. Halides and alkyls of lithium and magnesium are soluble in organic solvent. So these are the diagonal relationship of lithium and magnesium with some properties. They show similarities with these properties, and this is called a diagonal relationship of lithium and magnesium. Now let's see next point, hydrides of S block elements. Now hydrides are nothing but compounds with hydrogen. From S block element, alkaline earth metal except beryllium form hydrides of type MH2, where M is element from alkaline earth metal, that is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, etc. So this type of hydride can form by direct heating with hydrogen. Now here metal hydrogen, they are heated and there is a formation of metal hydrides, that is hydrides of S block element takes place. The beryllium hydride is prepared by the action of lithium aluminum hydride on BeCl2. This is the exception. It can beryllium hydride not formed by direct heating, whereas it is formed by the action of lithium aluminum hydride on beryllium chloride, that is halides of chloride. So this is the reaction where halides of beryllium allowed to react with lithium aluminum hydride and there is a formation of hydrides of beryllium takes place. Now next diagonal relationship is between beryllium and aluminum. Now beryllium and aluminum, beryllium is present from second A group element, whereas aluminum is from third A group element. That is, aluminum is next group and also next period. Due to the small size of beryllium, differ from other alkaline earth metal, but resemblance in many of its property with the aluminum, and that's why it show diagonal relationship with each other. Both beryllium and aluminum have tendency to form covalent compounds. Both form covalent compounds. Beryllium 2 plus, aluminum 3 plus, both are having strong tendency to form complexes. Both occurs together in nature in the form of boride, which is our. Now beryllium hydroxide is amphoteric in nature like that of aluminum hydroxides. Both reacts with NaOH, that is alkali, and gives berylates and aluminates. Both beryllium and aluminum are passive, that is inactive, when treated with concentrated HNO3. Carbides of both when treated with water liberates methane. Now this is the reaction where carbides of this one react with water and there is a formation of methane takes place. Both form methane when reacted with water. Beryllium and aluminum reacts with nitrogen at 90 degrees Celsius and form nitrides. So these are also form nitrides like that of lithium and magnesium. Uh, these are also having tendency to form nitride. Now, so these are the diagonal relationship between beryllium and aluminum. Guys, thank you for watching this video.